This is butter smoke, butter sear,
all the stuff.
Butter seared ribeye. No, that's the way it doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it justice. Let's get into the action. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this super cool new light handle from Kamado Joe. Father's Day gift, hint, hint, wink, wink. Look at this thing, it's super awesome. It just goes right there. Good for seeing at night and taking those cool Instagram photos. All right, every cook is a postable moment. So I love this new handle, but let's go ahead and light the fire as we do. First thing, fill our firebox about 3/4 of the way full of charcoal, light our fire starter, make that little cave so that your flame has access to a chimney of fuel source, which is our charcoal. Open that bottom vent so we have maximum airflow, and we're gonna let this go for about 10 minutes. My favorite grill setup today on the Kamado Joe, Big Joe, we've got half indirect and half direct. On that indirect side, grill grate's at the top portion of the divide and conquer system, and then why not be closer to your fuel source for the big bold sear? So let's set that grill grate at the lowest setting. It's Father's Day. You know what I mean? But butter bath. Butter's a gift. We've said it on the channel many times before. You know, I think the perfectly cooked steak, butter's got to be in there somewhere. I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's just because I'm from the South and I just love butter. But what we're going to do first is melt this gorgeous Kerrygold butter, and we're going to make it herbaceous, okay? Let's get some fresh thyme in there. Let's get some rosemary in there. Let's get some crushed garlic in there and let these flavors bloom out. As those essential oils and the herbs and the garlic begin to leach into the butter, they're making this aromatic deliciousness that's going to transfer into the seared, flamed crust of this steak. It's Father's Day. We're going big, we're going beautiful, we're going fun. Remember, everything we do right now, today's recipe is tomorrow's tradition. Why not make it super fun? Now, we don't want to melt that butter all the way because we don't want it too hot. We don't want it to actually cook. We're not poaching it in there. Let's go ahead and move it over before it's all the way melted. That way the steak is resting in there and not cooking. The thing to remember is that we're not cutting deep when we're scruffing. It's just the exterior, okay? We're gonna trace the outside, and that's gonna, again, give us more surface area for more caramelization and big, bold, beautiful flavors. You've heard us talk about technique 1,000 times, right? A recipe is just a guideline. It's all about method and technique. This scruffing is gonna increase your flavor profile on your steak tenfold by creating more surface area and nooks and crannies for all that fat and juiciness to render and travel in these avenues and distribute seasoning. So go ahead and lightly trace the outside of that steak. Season with salt, season with pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna go right onto that flame. Big, bold, beautiful sear on both these steaks. Let's get philosophical about it for a second, all right? Lessons taught over the open flame need exactly that, the open flame, right? So embrace it. Make sure you got a good pair of tongs there like we have, nice little bit of length to them. And just realize as soon as that starts happening and the meat and the butter are dripping on the charcoal and coming up as smoke and flavor, there's a bit of captivation that happens, okay? You've got, you know, your friends and your family surrounded and they're absolutely captivated. These are the things that sear into the memory forever, right? So when we talk about cooking becoming not just a recipe today, but a tradition for tomorrow, this is where it happens. This is that magic moment where people are drawn to the flame. No neighborhoods are getting together throwing saute parties, folks. This is where Kamado Joe truly excels. This is what makes it a lifestyle piece and not just an object. So notice we've got two different thicknesses of steaks here, all right? So that thin one's gonna cook a little faster, that's fine. I wanna see caramelization. So big, bold, beautiful sear on this lower half. Once we like the caramelization and our seasoning is locked in the Maillard reaction and crust in the outside, let's go ahead and flip it into that butter bath. Now we're gonna let it rest in here for just a little bit, let it get nice and buttery and herby and delicious, and then guess what, team? Right back over that flame and boom, ignition happens, okay? So it's actually butter smoke. Now we've butter smoked our ribeyes, keeping in mind that we have one thinner one and one thicker one. And for me, I've got that kiddo that likes it a little bit medium plus. It's not a real thing, team. That's not a real thing. Don't go to a restaurant and order medium plus, but over medium. And some of us like it a little bit more medium rare to rare. Okay, so we're gonna blast sear these two, flip them in the butter, flip them back over. Enjoy yourself. This is where we've sportified it. We've made it into a game. We're playing as a team, right? We're having fun. You got to eat 3 times a day, some of us. So that's we might as well make it fun. Once we've got a nice big old beautiful sear, let's go ahead and pull it over here to the cutting board board, slow things down, let it rest. Don't forget to pull some of that garlic and some of those herbs too, because we'll chop that up and toss the whole thing here in a little bit. Technique and doing things precise are gonna win every time. The hardest part about this whole entire cook is done. We're rested. All right, so just sitting here waiting for this beautiful steak to rest, all those juices to redistribute. Look at that crust, gorgeous. And notice this third one fell apart a little bit. That's all right. The spinalis has kind of identified itself. This is the best part on the whole steer to me. And we're just gonna start by slicing. Oh my gosh, the fat to flesh ratio in that spinalis is just fabulous. Again, if you want to keep this separate, you can, but don't overthink the presentation here. Okay, then we're gonna go across the grain here. Now we're gonna take that big one, and if that's gonna be too big, if we don't want to give forks and knives, perhaps we're gonna eat this in a communal way. We can just put that there. Separate the spinalis here. Look, we can let gravity help us. Look at that. Another trick I can offer you is if this is a little too, if for some reason, and this will bloom out of here in a second, if that's too rare for somebody in your party, you can always cook it to this level, slice it thin, and then just kiss it back on the grill and kind of trick them a little bit, okay? So it'll look well done, but it'll still have the same chew and juiciness of that nice medium rare. But that is right on time. That's how I like mine. And remember, we pulled those herbs. We don't need too much stem work, but that'll just slide right off just like that. Boop. And then some of that butter softened or garlic confit, really. Just run your knife through it a little bit, nothing crazy. And just a bit more salt. I'm gonna take another pinch of salt. And now we toss. It's like a meat salad. And again, don't overthink it. Maybe you've got a salad here, maybe you got some vegetables there, whatever you like. But this communal aspect of eating with our hands too. Don't be afraid to get dirty. Don't be afraid of the flame. Don't be afraid to give a hug and say I love you, okay? Let's go ahead and give this little piece a bite. That's what I'm talking about. Dynamite. Dynamite. The butter. The butter sear. You know, the French call it beurre noisette. As soon as it caramelizes, it gets just like, you know, that popcorn butter in the movie theater? You know, that is just like so fun and so good. The sear in the crust holds that butter flavor without the fat content coating your taste buds, and that's just amazing. Look at that crust. Some of my favorite memories are made around the grill. If you've been thinking about bringing home a Kamado Joe, there's some great Father's Day deals happening right now on select models, so go check it out online. I can't tell you enough from my personal experience. These grills have brought my family and friends together. Longer tables, shorter fences.